So I decided I was going to do a video about a certain type of guy, a nothing ass guy, or as I like to call them, nags. I was going to do that video and then do a video afterwards about the female version, but I decided to switch it up. I decided to do the women's version first. So this video is about nothing ass women, or NAWs for short, N-A-W. I don't feel like I should have to give a disclaimer, but I will. I'm not generalizing here. I'm talking about a particular type of woman. And this is for the fellas, just something for them and for them to keep away from these type of women. Because there are too many good women being overlooked for these nothing ass women. Instead of turning good women down and jumping for these nothing ass women, you're supposed to say no when you come in contact with these women. But I digress. Let me get to the point, all right? So I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and I saw a post that said, I could never give no pussy to a dude without a car. Really? Really? I sat there for a while and thought, really? Then I decided to go through this woman's Instagram and see what she was about. Because, I mean, she might have everything she needs and have certain set of standards. So she's not willing to drop those standards because she doesn't need to. And I respect that. If you have a certain level of standards and you meet those standards, then by all means, have those standards. It goes back to what I was saying in one of my previous videos about meeting the requirements of your requirements. Too many people have these standards that they themselves don't even meet. So I scrolled, and nothing about this woman made me feel like she had her life together, or was even the type of woman that I would entertain, or even a successful man would entertain. And this is no disrespect to her at all. Trust me, if you'd have saw the Instagram, you would have said run a mile. She posted a lot about the type of man that she wanted. But from looking at her page, the type of man that she wanted more than likely wouldn't want her or would be out of her league. But that's not necessarily true, though, because she had two other qualities. Other than appearing to be, a terrible woman, she had a big butt and a really pretty face. And there are men that have all those boxes checked that she wants, that are really successful, that would entertain her simply because she had a big butt. And it's a sad reality that there are men that overlook good women for women that are not so good, simply for the booty. Now, this isn't an attack on the fellas. It's just an observation. But back to the post about not giving any pussy to a guy without a car, right? So my thoughts were, firstly, lady, do you have a car? She didn't. Do you even have gas money? Probably not. Secondly, so the key to your vagina is a car. Wonderful. That's great. Thirdly, just because a man has a car does not make him worthy of your vagina. I mean, when a guy has to walk 10 blocks in the cold, take 3 buses and 2 trains to get some pussy, I'll tell you what. He's going to make sure your toes throw up gang signs. You can't walk afterwards and blow that back out in retribution. Ladies, don't be overlooking that pedestrian peen, right? But you stick with that lazy driver that you feel is so worthy of your vagina, heart, simply because he has a ton of metal on wheels. Makes sense, right? Now, I understand that there's this whole hypergamy aspect that some people live by. Hypergamy is when you marry someone who is superior to you in class or caste. So they have a better job, better education, upbringing, all that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with a woman wanting to date like this or seek out a potential mate of a high stature. But ladies, you got to have your stuff together too. And of course, you should never settle for less. Always remember, not everything that glitters is gold. And really, it's not even the ladies' fault. It's the fellas. Fellas, you need to have standards. So many of you complain about being the victims of so-called gold diggers or being used for your money, but so many of you will allow your money to be the driving force in obtaining a woman. I agree that when a woman is your wife, that yes, you should provide for her and all that jazz. That's your wife. But she needs to prove herself worthy of that position. And a big butt and a smile simply isn't cutting it. Fellas, we need to know that she can take care of herself also. She has her stuff together. She's not just with us for money. And when we do have children together, that she is going to be the best example of a woman that your children see. She has all her standards set, but she also has to meet those standards. I'm not talking about if you're making 80,000 a year that she has to also make that. But she has to be able to take care of herself. We preach to men all the time that you should only expect from someone what they in turn should expect from you. But women need to know that it works both ways. And these NAWs or nothing ass women are not focused on the right things. They also wonder why they get hurt or played a lot. But when the key to your heart has been financial attributes, well, it's destined to go wrong. Don't be worried about him not having a car. What they really need to be worrying about is their nose in a book and getting themselves a job and working for whatever they want, not looking to a man or anybody for that matter on what they can give them. But go out and get it. Because when it's all said and done, you can't rely on anybody but yourself in the long run. A man having money doesn't mean anything. He can be successful today and broke tomorrow. Recessions happen. But when a woman's whole standards are set primarily on materialism, she might as well walk and stand at a corner and watch them dudes with cars that want to pay for it pass her by, since she'll only give it up for a dude with a car or money. Fellas, you need to also think about what she has to offer. Okay, she might not be the next Oprah, but what else can she bring to your relationship as a good woman? And it needs to be more than just a pretty face, a fat ass, and some drama. I can't lie. When I was young, I was controlled by looks, and especially if she had a big butt. I remember being like 18 and dating this girl who had the biggest, roundest, perkiest butt with the smallest waist and such a pretty face. She was gorgeous, but she wasn't shit. I paid for everything. I did everything. She never compromised. And to be honest, she treated me like trash. But I stuck around and overlooked and ignored her bullshit. I ignored the drama. I ignored the stress. I even ignored people telling me that she was cheating on me. Why? Because, god damn, that ass was round. But in my defense, I was only 18. But one day, I sat back and realized she wasn't shit. She was a straight up, nothing ass woman. She was disrespectful, full of bad attitude, rude, had nothing going for herself, but I was blinded by the booty and beauty. And what's funny is I get called a simp for uplifting black women or giving women the game. But what I was doing when I was 18 with this big booty girl, now that's the true definition of a simp or simping. Yeah, I was simping. These new definitions of simping because you uplift women are bullshit. That's not simping. This was simping. You know what? I was hypnotized. That ass had me like, whoa. But she wasn't worthy of me. People are more than their physical selves. I was turning so many good women down that had so much to offer simply because this girl made my dick hard. But then she came around and made my life even harder. And then I woke up one day and told her to go twerk out of my house. It was sad to see her go, a little. It was great to watch her leave though, but it was a breath of fresh air knowing her and her bullshit was out of my life. And then every now and again, I think about her. But I realize I just missed the sex. It was lust. Lust had me acting like an idiot. I turned down so many good women because of her butt. So fellas, we need to have standards too. What can she bring to our lives? Stop thinking with your dicks and kick these nothing ass women to the curb. These nothing ass women are out here in $2 leggings, some 2-year-old bean through weave that's been through the struggle, still live at home with their mother, no job, can't clean their bathroom mirror before they take a selfie, sleeping around with other men, but yet they want a guy in the top name brands, a fresh haircut, his own house, 20,000 followers on Instagram, a new car, and makes at least $90,000 a year. They're setting these high standards for a man that they don't even meet. There are too many good women out here to chase after these types of women and glorify them and praise them and worship them. Ladies, I'm not saying that a man with nothing to offer is acceptable, not by any means. I'm not saying don't focus on what he can provide for you or his success and only focus about his personality. I'm not saying that. But the materialistic part can't be the only aspect. And if you yourself also have nothing and you will only talk to or get to know someone who has a lot more than you or can pay your bills, then that makes you a gold digger. You shouldn't judge a man's potential as a partner based on looks and materialistic things alone. If a guy is working hard and making an effort to be better, Why can't y'all grow together? Your goal should be to be part of his success, not to live off of his success. Stop trying to find a man that drives. Instead, find a man with morals and drive, and then contribute and help him become a better man just by being a good woman. His success will always be yours because he will always remember you being there for him, supporting him, pushing him, having his back, and helping him when he needs it, on the good days and the bad days. And it goes both ways. You become better together as a unit. You're going to miss out on so many amazing people when you judge them on what they do and don't have. You can call it standards if you want, but I guess it takes a certain mindset to understand my way of thinking. You need to be a goal digger, not a gold digger. If you don't have anything to bring to the table, then you don't eat. You got to bring something, goddammit, even if it's a plate, cutlery, or some potato salad. Clean up the dishes afterwards. Help set the table. Help cook. Do something. This is a metaphor. I'm not talking about women need to cook, just in case this is what you think. I'm talking about if you don't have anything to bring to the table, then you don't eat. Fellas, stop it. Look at women with your third eye and not your Jap's eye. Because if you focus on just how she looks and ignore her bullshit, eventually you're going to wake up. You'll realize what she's become after you've been hurt by her so many times. Eventually, you'll get angry, you'll become bitter, and you might turn into one of these old-ass dudes on YouTube talking about how they hate all black women. Good women are out there. When you realize that she's a nothing-ass woman, just say no and walk away. Don't become bitter. Just think better and be better. Peace, love, and coconut oil.
Hey man, that's racist. Please remember that from now on, brand new never before seen videos, as well as live streams, will only be available on my website, ikyg.com, via a Patreon subscription. ikyg.com is a Black-owned, Black-ran platform, 100% free from censorship. It's the only place where we don't have to worry about what we say and expressing ourselves. Make sure you check out the description and the comment section for important links, as well as information in video form that shows you what benefits you get when you support the site and join my Patreon. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe and be notified every time I upload a video. For exclusive content and perks, check out my Patreon. This is where we have private live streams, group chats, live Q&As, live phone calls, and open topics. This is a safe space where you can interact with other like-minded people, make friends, send each other direct private messages, and so much more without any trolls. And yes, you get to use GIFs and images in the live chats. So what are you waiting for? This is a completely independent website, free from censorship. If you'd like to make a donation towards the site so we can continue to put out the truth without fear of being silenced, then please hit that donation button. It's greatly appreciated. Check out the rest of the site for videos, private and public live streams, find out all the tea, and make sure to utilize the Black Money section of the website. Advertise your business absolutely free to people that look like you, free forever. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at angel_IKYG.